Ever wonder what's really running the show inside your body? And no, I'm not talking about your brain, not this time. Today, we're diving into your body's secret government, a hidden network that's constantly sending out chemical orders, controlling pretty much everything from your mood to your metabolism. So if it's a government, how does it actually command its citizens? Your cells. Well, there are no phone calls, no emails here. It uses these tiny, powerful chemical messengers that orchestrate your entire life from the shadows. And the secret agents carrying out these orders? They're called hormones. The name itself is just perfect. It comes from a Greek word that means to stir up, and that's exactly what they do. Hormones are these potent little molecules sent into your bloodstream to find their specific targets and, you guessed it, stir them into action. They handle growth, metabolism, stress, the whole shebang. They are the real power brokers in the body. Okay, so every government needs a capital city, right? A central command center. For the endocrine system, that's the hypothalamus pituitary control tower. Just think of the hypothalamus as the president. It makes all the big, high-level decisions. And the pituitary gland, that's its chief of staff, the one that actually carries out the orders. And the chain of command here is just beautifully simple. First, the hypothalamus sends a little message, a releasing hormone, down to the pituitary. The pituitary gets this, and then it releases a stimulating hormone out into the body. That hormone then travels to its target, let's say the thyroid gland, and basically taps it on the shoulder and says, hey, your turn. And that prompts the thyroid to release its hormones, which then go on to affect the entire body. And look, this isn't me just being dramatic. As our source material points out, the pituitary is literally called the master endocrine gland. It's that crucial middleman between the brain's big ideas and the body's actual response, juggling a whole portfolio of hormones that keep the entire operation running. But you might be wondering, what keeps this whole system from just spinning out of control? Well, it regulates itself. It's got this amazing built-in feature called feedback inhibition. Honestly, it works just like the thermostat in your house. When the level of a certain hormone in your blood gets a little too high, it sends a message back to the control tower saying, whoa, okay, ease up a bit. That's the stop signal. And if the levels drop too low, it sends a go signal to ramp production back up. It's this beautiful self-correcting loop. So what does this secret government actually do all day? Let's take a look at some of its most important departments: managing your body's fuel, controlling your metabolism, and, of course, handling emergencies. All right, meet your body's two fuel managers, insulin and glucagon. They're like opposing financial advisors for your energy currency, which is glucose. After you eat a meal, insulin steps in and tells your cells, okay, time to store some of this fuel, which lowers your blood sugar. But when you're hungry, glucagon says, all right, team, let's release that stored fuel, which raises it back up. It's a constant push and pull that keeps your energy perfectly balanced. And that balance is absolutely critical. When the body's cells stop listening to insulin properly, that whole fuel management system breaks down. This can lead to type 2 diabetes. And this isn't some rare thing. It accounts for over 90% of all diabetes cases. It just goes to show you how vital this one hormonal partnership really is for our health. So what about when things get stressful? That's when the adrenal glands, these little guys sitting on top of your kidneys, jump into action. They've got a two-part emergency response team. First up is adrenaline. He's the first responder, giving you that immediate jolt you need for fight or flight. Then you've got cortisol. Think of cortisol as the long-term incident commander, mobilizing your energy reserves to help you get through a sustained crisis. Okay, so let's zoom out from the day-to-day crises and look at the bigger picture. The endocrine system also manages the body's biggest, most ambitious long-term projects, literally growing you from a child into an adult and overseeing the incredibly complex machinery of reproduction. I mean, your whole life is basically scripted by hormones. When you're a kid, growth hormone is the star, driving the development of your bones and organs. Then, bam, puberty hits, and a wave of gonadotropins comes in to kickstart the whole reproductive system. And through adulthood, sex steroids like estrogen and testosterone keep all that machinery running smoothly. It's a hormonal blueprint for your entire life. Now, let's look a little closer at those gonadotropins we just mentioned, FSH and LH. They're a real dynamic duo.
They work together, but they have very different jobs. FSH, that's follicle stimulating hormone, is all about prep work. It gets the egg growing in females and supports sperm production in males. Then LH, luteinizing hormone, comes in for the main event. It's what triggers ovulation in females and really cranks up testosterone production in males.
So we've got this amazingly intricate system of chemical messages running our bodies. What happens when we finally learn to speak its language? Well, we learn to hack it. And that's exactly what modern medicine has done, figured out how to intervene in this system to fix problems and treat diseases. There are basically two main ways to pull off one of these hormonal hacks. You can use something called an agonist. Think of this as a mimic, a drug that looks and acts just like the real hormone. It's like a master key that can unlock a process. Or you can go the other way and use an antagonist. This is a blocker. It fits into the keyhole, but it jams the lock, so the real hormone can't get in and do its job.
And these hacks have led to some absolutely game-changing treatments. Got a thyroid that's not making enough hormone? We use an agonist, a replacement like synthetic thyroxine. Is your stress response causing way too much inflammation? We use a blocker, like a corticosteroid, to calm it down. For certain breast cancers that are fueled by estrogen, we use a blocker like tamoxifen to cut off the fuel supply. Even hormonal contraceptives are a type of hack. They take control of the natural cycle to achieve a specific outcome. As our source material puts it so well, our ability to create these mimics, blockers, and inhibitors, all these ways of speaking the body's chemical language, has become massively important for medicine. It's been nothing short of a revolution. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? The crucial point is that your body isn't just a random collection of parts. No, it's a finely tuned society, governed by this incredibly elegant and complex system of chemical messages, all designed to make sure everything works together in harmony. And what's so cool is that we are still just scratching the surface. I mean, every single day we're learning more and more about this secret government, unlocking new ways to keep its citizens, yourselves, healthy and thriving. So the next time you feel that rush of adrenaline or you feel your metabolism humming along, take a second and remember that invisible government that's hard at work. Now that you know some of the rules, how does that change the way you see your own body's internal government? Thanks for joining this explainer.